We know that training is important, but how important is it and how do we go about maximising our effectiveness? Studies show that about 60% of people who leave companies do so because of the relationship with their manager. This has a direct cost to the business. The total cost of replacing people is from 25% up to 250% of their annual salary. For example, if you have 100 employees with a churn of 20% per year at an average salary of $70,000, then this is costing you at least $350,000 per year, with $210,000 due to the managers themselves. If you can cut this churn rate by just a few percent through better equipped managers, then your training costs are more than justified due to increased retention alone. Increased engagement, less absenteeism, and greater discretionary effort all result from better equipped managers. They are also more likely to recommend the organisation and its products to others. They enhance the customer experience and increase productivity. Various studies show that between 25 and 30% of a company's financial results are directly attributable to the climate set by the team leader. A recent study calculated a figure of $3.86 return for every dollar spent for a particular management training program. This return varies depending on the nature of the program and the organisation. What do we need to think about to maximise our return on management training? Firstly, the program should be delivered as development and not merely education. New concepts that are learned need to be instantly applied to the person's work situation, and development plans need to be created. Secondly, the training needs to address the organisation's key weaknesses. Organisations need an accurate understanding of a comprehensive range of organisational factors, so they focus on developing their limiting weaknesses rather than simply doing the training their staff requests. Thirdly, the management training should be aligned with corporate strategy and values. Every organisation has a particular strategy or cultural focus that requires specific development. Management training needs clear objectives and assessment aligned with these particular objectives. Fourthly, the new management competencies should be incorporated into the performance management and reward systems. There should be an understanding of the change in behaviour that occurs through the training, through evaluation, coaching, counselling or discipline. The new practices should be included in future performance discussions. Fifthly, the management training should be considered for all levels in the organisation. Particular management practices are necessary for all levels of management. Organisations often train their lower levels of management in skills that their senior management do not exhibit. Sixthly, the management training should not be seen as a fix-it for problem people or organisational crises. Training is just one aspect of creating change in individuals and organisations. Problem individuals need ongoing performance management, coaching, rewards, counselling, or disciplinary actions. Organisational crises create a poor learning environment, as it can seem like the organisation is blaming the participants' lack of knowledge or skills as the cause of the crisis. Finally, the time allocated for management training should be considered a priority. Training should be scheduled so that it doesn't conflict with peak periods. Workload should be adjusted so the participants can focus on applying the learning. Management training can provide new skills, greater awareness, increased knowledge, and a chance to practice. Better management skills lifts employee productivity, engagement and retention, and ultimately an organisation's financial returns. Management training is important, but all management training is not the same. It needs to be targeted towards the organisation's objectives, strengthen limiting weakness in the organisation, and be hardwired into the organisation's performance development processes. If an organisation attends to these things, it will get far greater value out of its management training program.